All right, back again. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for all the kind words and messages and comments. You have no idea. It's a lonely world, all right, being awake. You guys know that. And listen, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to pause this here real quick before we move forward. I want to make my little daily rant. Listen, guys. I just told my buddy this morning. I said I'm truly blessed because you know I feel like I've been born again, and I have been born again. I mean, through God and Jesus Christ, of course, but I'm saying like I was homeless and battling addiction for like almost 10 years. And I basically wasted my whole, from like the time I was probably 30 to about 38. And that's when I got everything situated. And, in recovery or anything like that, you could have a bad divorce. I mean, it just doesn't, any kind of bad relationship, and it doesn't have to necessarily be with a person. It could be with the fact that you were in a bad marriage, or you had a bad job, or more importantly, you were on drugs or alcohol, or completely brainwashed, and you woke up, and then your life begins again. So there's a starting point, but there is never a finish line. Remember that. It goes for everything that's important in life. It's a constant journey. The more you put into it, the more you will get back out of it. And it's important to remember that, and not to get distracted or discouraged by those people that are haters and miserable. And, your real friends will be happy for you as long as they know you're happy. If you win a race or you get a promotion or a new car or whatever floats your boat. Excuse me, I'm going for a bike ride. Just had to eat some oatmeal and peanut butter and banana. Oof. Oh, I gotta sit for a minute because I leave now, I'll probably end up puking. But back to the video. Listen, guys. Uh, your real friends are going to be there when shit hits the fan, when times get tough. They're going to be happy for you no matter what. So don't put too much stock into worrying about these imaginary people. There's no imaginary group of people out there. That, you know, there's not some panel of people that are analyzing everything. You know what I'm saying? So you got to remember that. And having one friend that's awake is like, bro, be grateful if you got that. I have that every day. The friend that I live with out here in this property, it's amazing, dude. He's just as awake as me. He's like family to me at this point. We've been through all of this whole journey, most of our journey, sobriety together. We started about the same time. I got a little bit more than him, but we've always been awake, but now we're like uber awake. We're on a whole nother level now. And it's like, you lose the way to communicate to people that are still asleep and suffering from brainwashing, mind control, cognitive dissonance, things of that nature. Still having problems saying that dissonance because of my channel name. So, but listen, a brain surgeon can't speak to a sixth grade child and to teach them how to operate and do brain surgery. You know what I'm saying? So the more awake you are, the less you're going to find it's going to be harder and harder to communicate with those people that you have in your life that are, totally asleep. So just keep that in mind. Don't be discouraged. Make your social media friends or whatnot to keep you going, but it's just important that you focus on yourself. So what we're going to do here today is take a quick look at this video of this guy on the left. I think NASA personally should fire him and just get rid of him. He's obviously been practicing, because if you've seen some of my other videos where he completely just ruins, everything. And so what they've done now is he's obviously been doing some practice. He's definitely no Cirque du Soleil actor, but he's a fraud. And I'm going to tell you guys, see, why is this guy's shirt tucked in and his is out? Well, you see the Velcro stripes here, right? And you see how he's got the little clipboard stuck to the Velcro to give you the idea that, things will float away if they're not strapped down and that they're in outer space. It's just those little details they try to do. Well, remember what I told you about their clothing and why they always look so stiff and robotic is because they probably have an undergarment type of something on their underpants and a undershirt that has a Velcro, and this shirt and their clothes stick to that. So it keeps everything in place, including the fact that they're wearing harnesses and they're on wires. And that's why you'll see all these weird angles and puffy crotches and stuff. I mean, they're not wearing diapers. And see, they know we've been pointing this out, so they're going to try to do some changes here. And what they're going to do is the shirt is untucked. Oh, okay, well it would flip up and show us the harness. Well, when he does a backflip, why doesn't the shirt go anywhere? All right, we're going to take a look at that. The shirt's not going to move at all. It's very unnatural. It's in slow motion here, so we're going to move forward here to the good part. Okay, now keep your eyes on the shirt. And you tell me. All right, here we go there. Now notice he doesn't have the shin pads on. So they've got him in some kind of different. Now watch. There's nothing going on here with this shirt. And I get it. Oh, he's in 0G or whatever. No, the shirt is literally stuck to him. It's not going to move regardless of what he does that much. But I want you again to watch right here. All right. And I want you to see what happens as he rotates up. Believe me, they watch our videos. They know what we see. But they're going on the fact that you're just so dumb and brainwashed that you're not going to care, or even if you do care, you're not going to see it. Because you'll know when you truly have eyes to see. You will know when you've been given that God-given blessing. It's an amazing feeling. Because you become more powerful because you're no longer able to be lied to and deceived and manipulated. Like most of your 99% of the people that you're going to come across in everyday life. Already up here we see a couple mysterious points. Alright. Very odd. All of a sudden, as he's in this position, there's two little, like, spiky devil horn looking things on his pants. Let's keep here. Alright. Now, I want you to watch again. There's no ripples in this shirt. Alright. None. He just did a backflip, supposedly, in outer space, 0G, and there isn't a wrinkle on this shirt. But, if you look here, what you're going to see is it's lifting over here because he's off balance. That's why this arm is out and this arm is in. This arm is in. You'd have a little bit of scrunching over here. But this arm is out because of his balance and what he obviously favors one side of his body. You know, when he's doing his circus clown act. But you can see the point of the wire right there from the harness. And if you watch it, you can see it right there really good. Let's get back just a little bit. And let's slow this down just a little bit. It's already slowed down, but I'm going to drop it down even more. Just so we don't have to pause it so much. Alright, now let's go back here and see if we can get this guy. Alright. Really slow now. I mean, we're talking about this shit is detective type slow. You can see it now pointing up here. And there it is. There's the nail in the coffin right here. I mean, you can just see it. I mean, you really got to look close and you got to believe with your own heart, you know, what's going on here. Because if you don't, your cognitive dissonance fail-safe mechanism that has been implanted and programmed into your brain since day one, that's what kicks in when you hear something that doesn't fit everything that you've been told. All right? The truth never sounds right. All right? It'll either make you laugh or it'll make you cry. All right? One or two things is going to happen when you're dealing with truth. Once you're awake, the truth will make you laugh. You know, because you'll see right through this, so you'll laugh. If you're asleep and you watch this and you're listening to this presentation, it'll probably make you cry. You're going to be a little butthurt and upset, and you're going to try to find ways to discredit the information that I'm presenting and attack my character. And that's typical of the fail-safe mechanism of cognitive dissonance and brainwashing mind control. That kicks in subconsciously. Because, you know, they do this subconsciously. They plant all that stuff in you subconsciously, so you really don't even know it's there until you do. And that's when things change. Right here, boom, there's not a ripple in the shirt. All of a sudden, it's pointing right there. And that's the same thing as all the other ones. There's a little point right there. And that's because this arm is out. Now watch, he's reaching back. Alright, he's reaching back now. What is he reaching for? What do you think? You remember I said that side was popped up? He was off balance. Alright? So that wire was a little more exposed than the other side. And that's why he's reaching back to grab it and pull himself free. All right. That's why his arm's behind his back right now. You know, there's no other reason, if he was in 0G, why his arm would have to go back like that. And because apparently, according to them and the theories of their gravity, which can't be proven, by the way, it's just a theory, and that's what they claim science is. It just is what it is. That's their official explanation in layman's terms. But check him out. He's got his hand still back there. Now there's that face again. Oh man, I almost had it perfect. I'm getting better, but I'm not quite there yet. He goes, yep, the YouTube detectives are going to get me this time. Something's in his hand. He's got it a little bit there. And there's the smile. You know, the smile is part of the subconscious thing. It's supposed to take your attention to his face. You see a smile. Subconsciously, you think, oh, they're smiling. Everybody's happy. Everybody's cool. This is great. And you're not paying attention to anything else that's going on around you. All right? And then he's going to turn over your head. Now, naturally, you're going to be looking at his head. You're not going to be paying attention to anything else. Now the arm's going to come back up. All right? And he's back up dangling on the harness. That's how they get the bobble effect. All right? And he's going to reach up and do something. Let's see what he's doing. I didn't notice this earlier. I got to the backflip and I pretty much stopped. He's doing something up there. I don't know what he's doing. He's not looking. Is he just grabbing onto something? I mean, you got to watch everything. You know, you got to think, what are they doing? You know, what's the purpose of every move? Every move is calculated. Everything they do with their body language, that's the first thing you need to look at. Doesn't matter what they be speaking Portuguese for all I care. I'm watching their body language, their facial expressions. I'm analyzing everything. The clothes, just as if I was a homicide detective and I had video footage of a murder. I'm going to look at it very closely, every detail, over and over again, so I can figure out who is the perpetrator, build evidence, and come after them. Present my evidence in a court of law and put the guy away. All right? Same thing we're doing here. No different. All right, everybody, quick one. Got to go get some fitness in my life. Hope you all have a blessed day. Again, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Let's get this channel out there. Let's grow. It's not monetized. I think there's a couple old videos that are monetized because they've got a lot of views, so they are bringing in some revenue, but they're, you know, few and far between. For the most part, you'll have ad-free viewing, I hope, unless something has been copyrighted and it's under, I'm not getting credit for the views or the revenue is going to someone else. I have no control over that, and that is YouTube, all right? Share with a friend, and always use the analogy about the court case. If we were in a court of law, if we got a lawyer buddy, have them watch it and say, hey, what do you think about this? I mean, is this a nail in the coffin in a courtroom, you know? And just to get them thinking. You got to kind of get down on their level a little bit. You got to, you know, they might be a great attorney, but that doesn't mean they're a great YouTube detective, all right? They may not be, they're not the fraud detective. They're do battle in a courtroom. Go ask a detective. You know any detective friends? See what they say. I know one. Actually, I'm going to send him, if he already has my channel, he's subscribed, but I want to get him to watch a couple of these videos specifically, and I want to get his personal feedback. He's one of my best friends. He's retired now, but he was a homicide detective. And what we'll do is we'll get his take on it, and I'll get back to you guys. And as soon as I do that, I'll share the information with you. All right, like, share, subscribe. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.